Yo, welcome back. Today is March the 31st, 2017, and it's 1:09 p.m. on Friday. TGIF, thank God it's Friday like that. We left off on Negroland, and this is still the scientific racism series. We're dealing with Lord Kangz in his polygenetic thoughts. A lot of the scientific racists, a lot of the excuse me, a lot of the scientific racists thought that so-called white people were made or created by a god different than black people. So that was a big thing in their racism, their design of racism, that the black people and so-called white people were created by a different god. We'll go into the idea and concept and reality of God, as well as we have to identify who are black people first. Who are black people? Who are the people that have been called Negroes throughout a lot of this history? And when I say history, I'm talking about maybe like 200-300 years. This whole thing jumped off at about 1453 with Papal Bull Dom Diversus. So there's a lot to it. So 1492, we've got the kickoff with the defeat of the Moors in Spain, and then the expedition of the Vatican and Spain, and Christopher Columbus coming to Mexico and Peru to defeat the Moors in the Americas. So we come to the term Moors, to the word Moors, and we're going to take a look into that. Now, when you see Moors, if you look in 2017, everybody's trying to lie, and this is what goes into the inferiority part of racism. Lies. People that are superior don't have to lie. People that are superior don't have to change the identity and history of other people. The black people's history was changed because of the inferiority of the scientific racists, the so-called white people. That's just how it is. They change it because of the inferiority. Now, who are the Moors? Moors are black people. Moors are black people. You see me on the TV show right now, right? You see my color. I don't know if it's because of the light that's coming into the room, whatever. I'm not this light. I'm brown, dark skin. But that's part of black people. Black goes from dark, dark, dark black all the way to light, light, light. The distinction of race as far as skin color is really a foul issue, and we're going to deal with it and fix it. But there's black people, and then there's so-called white people. And because of the way the so-called white people created this racism, we have to make those distinctions, and we have to deal with it how it was presented, so we can unravel the maze of foolishness. The poison that they created, we have to deal with it to fix it. And that's what we're doing. And what we're doing is fixing it where you can follow along and document it. This is what happened where it was changed. This is what happened where it was changed. And we'll back into it, like grandfather ourselves into reality once again, and conduct ourselves accordingly as members of the human family. But this goes here. Now keep in mind, we're just going to go to the old definitions of these terms, and then you can piece it all together. Now we got old dictionaries, old encyclopedias, old books, because the ancient and the old writings is what's going to give you the information. The new writing, they kind of water it down, put twists and spin on it, and it's all a bunch of lies and messed up. I want to say a word, but I'm expecting and hoping that the youth will be listening to this, so I don't want to use those kind of words. It's unnecessary. All right, so we have black here. I think I saw it over here too. Yeah, it's over here, but let's just go here. All right, black, a black color. A blackamoor. All right, blackamoor. Remember that, blackamoor. What is a blackamoor? A man by nature of a black complexion. Okay. Blackmoor, a Negro. Black, over here, of the color of night, dark, cloudy of countenance, horrible, wicked, obscure, dismal. And again up here, blackamoor, a Negro. Black people, having people of a black color. Having people of a black color. So we're just saying black. What is black? Where does this thing come from? So if black is a color, we're talking about the skin color, black. A black color, blackamoor, a man by nature of a black complexion. We're talking about black people. Now, black people are Moors. Then we're getting somewhere. Once we go into the concept of polygenesis, who are the black people? Because there was trying to be a separation of black people and Negroes. Over here you got Negroes, whatever that's supposed to be. And over here you've got black people, whatever that's supposed to be. But they were both mixed in to each other and in and out, and then some people were given names like Ethiopians and Fulani, and some people were called Negroes, and now we're getting into Negroland and the history of Africa, and a lot of people that are mentioned there are called Moors. They mention Arabians. You've never seen Arab in the ancient writings, so that's something you want to consider too. We'll get to that. They mention Arabians. They mention Jews. They mention Moors. They mention Turks. Okay. And then in some of that, they mention Negroes. But then we'll find out, well, who is these Negroes and who are the Moors? Black here, and I'll tell you where these things are from. You may be able to see it, but I'll give you a bibliography when all this stuff is done. You can get the bibliography maybe for a small purchasing fee, a collection of all the books and videos that we make, put it together on one thing so you can just watch it over and use it as a reference for your own research and details, because this is the future. Rewriting the history that has been changed by the racist so-called white people is the future. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of people going to be doing it, and we're going to be making lots of money rewriting it, because the world now wants to have a different structure of peace and love and a whole different operation. That old way of doing things is over. It's collapsed. It's finished. So we have to go back and clean up the stuff that they messed up. Black here is cloudy, mournful, dismal, sullen, a color of mourning, a blackamoor. All right. So just know what they're talking about. They try to make it sound bad because there was a pull for power. The black people ruled the entire world, an empire of this black people, dark people, black people, rule the world. So they try to make everything black seem bad. You heard that before. This is like really nothing so much new. Some of it's going to be new as we deal with the details of how these things take place in America, and that's part of the distinction. The Africans, quote unquote, are trying to be classified as Negroes in some of these writings, but the people from the Americas, the Moors, try to separate them. But I mean, we're all the same people. For those that don't want to be in the same human family, in the same black part of the human family, that's on y'all. Y'all deal with it. But facts are facts, truth is truth, and so we're on black.